Every artist needs a muse, and I am lucky enough to have found mine, so I'm going to make sure to take advantage of my situation and make something beautiful. Do you have bagels?
I do. I have my plain or my cinnamon raisin right now.
Could I get a plain bagel with cream cheese, please?
You got it. What else for you?
Something I've realized I really don't mind is when people call me annoying, because I can be a lot sometimes, and I'm very aware of that, but I also really enjoy that about myself. Like, I act the way that I do because I've taken the time to become confident in the person that I am and the way I behave, and I'm not trying to act a certain way to please other people. So hearing that some people find me annoying is actually kind of validating, because it means that I'm taking up space. I am being who I am unapologetically, and that can frustrate some people, and that's completely understandable. I am not living my life to make other people comfortable. That's not at all what I'm doing. If that was my plan, I'm doing it very wrong. I'm not even living to make myself feel comfortable. I'm trying to put myself in situations where I can grow and learn new things, and that only happens when you're not comfortable. Anyway, we can get back to the video. I just thought that was interesting.
I wanted to paint something that felt almost like a Renaissance painting, so my first step was to get a fancy golden frame. I went to my nearest Hobby Lobby. That must have been a Freudian slip there. I found the gold frames, but then I realized the smallest one was $50. Yeah, about that. Instead, I went over to the canvases and I found a black canvas, which was perfect because it meant that I could skip the background color entirely. I got a wooden Pac-Man face to slather my paint onto and then headed back out the door. Oh my god.
One nice thing about my house is that we have just about every artistic thing that you could hope for. This entire box is just filled with acrylic paint. My guess is that well over 50% of these are dried out, but I still have a lot to work with. Now, as many of you know, Ducky is kind of a tricky cat to work with. She doesn't like standing still, so even though we're gonna have her here as like a live model, I also printed out a picture of her that I took just now. This was a difficult decision because there's quite a few beautiful photos of her. Here are some just for an example. But I feel like this is going to be more of trying to capture the soul and spirit of Ducky, you know? And now it's time to begin. The only thing that's not ready is me. So let's do that. There, now I feel truly inspired. Ducky has now joined me for this venture. She is actually performing as my muse now, so this is nice. This is honestly looking better than I originally thought. I have maybe painted 2 cats in my entire life, so this is going well so far. I'm gonna start like details and face stuff and see how it goes, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. You know, one nice thing that is making me feel very motivated to continue going, even if it doesn't look exactly like what I want it to, is that most older paintings of cats look nothing like cats. So honestly, I'm doing a pretty good job.
One thing that I'm realizing is that this middle bit right here is basically just her fur in patterns, and I am so bad at drawing that. So I think this is gonna be the not best part of this piece. I'm not really sure how to fix it because I don't paint very often. So I'm gonna kind of just go over it a bunch of times and see if that makes it look better. I honestly feel like this is almost done. I've got a couple little details that I need to add, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have any pet safe paint that I could use for Ducky because I'd really like to have her paw print on this as a signature. But if you guys didn't know, I actually have a tattoo of Ducky's paw print on my arm. So I'm just gonna use this. Now, if you can't tell, I'm incredibly proud of this piece, but there is one thing that's missing, and it's that she usually has her little bandana here. Obviously, this isn't exactly one style or another, but I thought in order to fully round out the Renaissance painting vibe, I would add one last thing. What do you think? What do you think? It's you. Do you like it? Does it please you? I don't think she's happy with me. Okay, well, the important part is I'm happy with it. I think that it turned out even better than I could possibly expected, so I think this worked out. Hello. Editor Mercury here, speaking to you from beyond the grave. Since making this video about a week ago, I actually fell into a steep rabbit hole of making art. You can see this lovely piece behind me. I'm gonna put it on my wall. Another thing I did is I got a sketchbook and I'm gonna try and finish it by the end of the year. Here are a couple things that I did in this so far. This one I drew traditionally, but then I colored digitally. Here's the digital here. I post art on my alt Twitter if you wanna see that. This will also hopefully motivate me to do art streams this year. You should make something today. I think being creative is very healthy. People should do it more often. Anyway, have a good day. Drink some water and take care of yourself. Bye-bye!